Welcome back, freshwater family. In today's video, per request of a friend of mine, this is going to be a feeding video. Against all my better judgment, I didn't want to make videos basically with the usual feeding type of videos, but today is going to be that type of video of feeding a couple of my aquariums. I have them all on a different schedule. I schedule from Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and then I alternate between that, you know what I mean, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays on other feedings. But today is going to be my Oscar tanks, my American tank, my African tank, and probably my tank that's filled with a few of my fry. I want to try to show you guys particularly what I feed these guys here. And yeah, so as a request once again from my friend who knows I said I wouldn't do regular feeding videos, here goes. We're gonna start with my Africans. They're kind of a picky eater, but I do split it up between pellets, flakes, freeze-dried krill, or freeze-dried shrimp, whichever one I have at the moment. Doesn't matter, they like them both the same. So yeah, today I think I'm gonna just sprinkle in a few pellets. I don't like to do endorsements, so I'm not really gonna show the name, but if you guys seen the container, you can catch the drift on what company these particular pellets come from. So yeah, I feed them all at least once on that particular day that they're scheduled. I don't like overfeeding. As you can see, they're digging it, you know what I mean? They're pretty well fed, even though I'm on a feeding schedule that I do. They're fed. As you can see, my fish are fat. They're not wanting for anything. So if they're not immediately going down ravaging the seeds or the pellets down there, it's because they're already particularly full. So yeah, I like to, like I said, I feed them pellets, high quality flakes, and as a treat sometimes freeze-dried krill or freeze-dried shrimp, depending on what I have on stock on hand. Yeah, and just in true peacock fashion, once some food is in the water, here goes the crazy behavior of running everybody off back and forth. But what do you expect from cichlids? I don't expect nothing but this. I love it, and I'm quite sure you guys love it as well, or you wouldn't be in the hobby. So yeah, once again, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, once a day. And sometimes a midnight snack if I'm feeling up to it. So yeah, there you guys go. This is what I feed my Africans, and then this is what happens when they're done. Now on to my American tank. These guys are a little different. I have a different variety of fish in this aquarium, so I have to feed them a variety of different foods. So yeah, as you can see, they ready for me too. They looking like you're about a day late. So yeah, here is the 3 different foods. I feed them pellets, I feed them free-dried krill or shrimp, and also a high quality flake. And I start off with the flake first to give all my bottom feeders their chance to eat, because they get a little nervous once the bigger fish start feeding. They kind of cower away from the food. So I give the I give the flakes first so that they can get into the water column and start to sink down and get down to the bottom, so that my bottom feeding fish can have their turn at eating. All of the fish like the flakes, and then they do it when they're hungry just to put some in their mouth, but they all particularly wait for my specific food that I feed each individually. Well, not individually, because 2 of them will eat this, 2 of them eat that, 3 of them eat this. So between the 3 different foods that I'm feeding them, it takes care of everybody in the tank. But the flake is kind of like a general food, so they all love it. They all have at it once it hits the water and they start smelling the scent of it in the water. They know it's feeding time. Like I said, everybody loves it. They love the flakes. And my apologies for the cloudiness of the water, but I like all my videos to be a little real. I don't like to fake anything. If you're going to see the flakes in the water, you're going to see the flakes in the water. So now I'm starting off secondly with the pellets, and that's for my parrotfish and all of my other fish that likes the pellets. My parrotfish loves this small, I want to say it's kind of like a 3mm pellet, because he grabs a mouthful of the sand and a mouthful of those pellets and spits the sand out and keeps the pellets in his mouth, and he's a happy camper once that is done, believe me. Even my catfish loves the little pellets. Oh yeah, it's chow time. Everyone's having at it. My Severum loves the flakes. Not too much of a pellet fan. He loves the flakes, and he's basically waiting on the freeze-dried krill that I'm gonna put in next. Those are my big guys. They kind of wait on the krill. They know it's coming. They know my patterns. They like, bring me that krill. So I give them about this much that you see in the container top. I throw it in there and let the big guys have at it. They love it. As you can see, this is definitely like a treat for them. It's kind of like a nutritious supplement. Oh yeah, so when it comes to my American tank here, this is my processes and this is what I feed them. Flakes, pellets, freeze-dried krill on occasion, and sometimes I might, if I'm really, really in a good mood and I'm at the grocery store, I might pick up some shrimp and I might cut up a few chunks for them and throw them in here for them. They really, really love that. But that's when I'm feeling generous. I will do that for them. But as you can see, they're all content. They get their mouths full, their bellies fed, and they're on to fish business. You guys can leave a comment on what you feed your fish. I'd like to know. I'd like to compare notes. So feel free. Drop your comments, please. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, and if you're liking what you're seeing so far, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and go look at all my replay videos. Get yourself caught up here. I'm quite sure you're gonna love it. Become part of the freshwater fish family. Now, we're on to my big guys, my Oscar tank. Now these guys are really, really just simple eaters. I feed them once a day on their schedule, like I said, with the rest of my tanks. And all I really give them is some large cichlid sticks and some freeze-dried krill. And don't let anyone tell you about fish not being aware of things, because whenever I grab my bag, their bag of food, look at them. They're like dogs. They know immediately what time it is. So don't let anyone tell you that a fish is not aware. Look at these guys. They like, hurry up. So I grab a handful of sticks, no rhyme or reason. toss them into the big guys and let them have at it. They're no strangers to feeding. I have more fish in this aquarium with my Oscars, but at the moment they're being shy and a little skittish and not coming out. Maybe when I throw the krill in here, they might come out, but if not, you guys will see them on a later video, or go back to the replays and check out my other videos, and you'll see the stocking that I have in this particular tank. It's my American aquarium. I have catfish, sunfish, everything in this aquarium with these guys. They're just being a little shy right now and hiding in the backdrop in all of the landscaping that you see there. I make sure that all my fishes have caves, tunnels, driftwood, anything to hide in when the aggression starts, to keep everybody safe and to keep everybody out of harm's way. So yeah, if I gotta suffer and not see them because they're being safe, then so be it. Here comes the freeze-dried krill for these guys. Now, once again, my fish are always fed, so they're not really aggressive eaters when food is slapped in the tank. They like to eat at their leisure, and I like for them to be that way. I know a hungry fish is a healthy fish, but personally, I like my fish to eat at their leisure, not to have to hurry, not to have to compete with every other fish for their food. But that's just me. Once again, you guys do you. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Yeah, I've been feeding these guys on this regimen for years. And as you can see, they haven't been lacking any meals. They look good and healthy and beautiful. You gotta love them. Some people like to give Oscars certain vitamins. Nah, I'm not into that. My guys do just fine the way they are. They don't seem to be lacking anything, so I don't want to add anything extra to their diet that might harm them or hinder them in the long run. Yeah, like I said, just like any other fish, once the food is in the water, here comes the aggression. These guys were just cool and chilling out 5 minutes ago. I dropped that krill in, and now my albino red want to get aggressive against this tank cohabitant there. Yeah, he's a mean one, but I love him to death. And now, last but not least, on to my blue Turkish fry that I've been growing out in their tank for about the last 3 months. I feed these guys nothing but crushed high quality flakes and some tiny pellets. Today I'm just going to throw some flakes in here. I kind of bumped the tank so they're a little skittish and hiding in the backdrop back there. This is about the amount that I throw in on their daily basis time. As you can see, once this floats in the water, hopefully it'll get them to come out. They're skittish because I bumped the tank, but once food is in the water, they'll come out like little piranhas, as you can see. Now these guys are my aggressive eaters because they're juveniles and they like to eat. They're starting to put on a lot of size for me. Now make note, these are not the Turkish that I showed in the previous video. These are a different batch that I had before the batch of Turkish that I just put in the previous video. If you guys are following me, drop a like and tell me that you followed that. Yeah, these guys are not picky eaters at all. And as you can see, some of them are starting to get that light electric blue hint. That's what I've been waiting on with these guys, for them to show me some kind of coloring, and they're starting to do it. Oh yes, a few of them in here that I have to cull that I haven't culled yet. But yeah, no, I just been letting them grow out with the rest of their siblings. But eventually I'm going to cull them because now I can pick them out. Now that they're big enough, I can see which ones are, and I can pick them out and cull them. So I will do that soon. And then I'm going to set up these guys in their forever tank in about another 2 months or so. It'll be in a nice forever tank where they can grow out, and I'm going to make it a specific display tank with just blue Turkish and blue Turkish only. Oh yeah. The last batch that I showed you in the previous video, that will be the last batch of those guys that I'm going to keep. Any other of my Turkish that gets a mouthful of babies, they're just going to have to deal with the consequences in their tank, because I'm not going to strip them, not keep it anymore. Like I said in the video before, I'm running out of people to give them to and places to take them. So yeah, these will be the last of them. That was a good shot of one of my blue boys there. They're getting their color. Hopefully in the next few weeks, there'll be a nice real hint of electric blue, so they can stick out, so you really be seeing them, and they'll be able to show out, and I can show you guys how they're looking. But for the most part, you can see the hint of blue in them now. They're gonna look just like their father. Yeah, as you can see, they cleaned up those flakes pretty quickly. They're always hungry, they're always growing. Still growing, I mean, always hungry. Always want something to eat, but I keep them on a regiment, because I gotta keep the water quality nice and pristine for these guys to keep their health in order. Oh yeah. I might make a video feed my other tanks, but then again, depending on the response I get on this video, I'll make that decision. But yeah, for the most part, it's just what I do. This is what I feed my fish. It's nothing special, nothing, you know, very interesting, I should say. Just regular pellets, flakes, sometimes some frozen food, sometimes. Because most of my other tanks I didn't show in this video eat a lot of frozen foods. That's why I didn't show it in this one. But yes, pellets, flakes, a good quality flake, and some krill. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.